Sorry, I was in mid cough when I started this. Hello, everybody. Let's see who's here. Hello, Willow, Amy, Mary B, Sheila, Barbie, Pipsqueak, Ruth Ann, and cousin Joe, Gypsy, Stevie Lee, Critter, Reader, Roxanne, Mama Celeste, and Franca. Hello, everybody. Let me just get this. Let me wait a second. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Paula. Hey, Carrie. So, hey, Barbara. Oh, Zelda. I'm sore, so deal with me. Hi, Sly. So, Leida had court today with the rope bridge. Yeah, the house is not nearly complete, so we're in a new place. Yes, we are. So you get rope bridge. That's what you get. Because unless you want to see boxes everywhere. So let's talk about Leida. Hi, MW. All right. So pretty much she had court today, but pretty much everything that happened in court today was stuff that we already reported on. But I'll just give you like the synopsis, I guess. All right. So in the twisted world of Lita, Margarita, uh, her last couple of felonies were for identity theft in a different county in Wisconsin. Now, I had said, I think like on a couple of lives back, that Lita was requesting the judge give her a court-appointed attorney because she can't afford an attorney all of a sudden, which is weird because she just bought the Audi. So I don't know who keeps dropping the ball in Wisconsin. And like I could say it's like, I don't know, one county, but like I think she's been involved in felonies in at least 3 different counties now. So sorry to blow my nose on camera because I don't want anybody talking. It's just really gross, but you know. So the attorney that she had, the one that, defends AB Apis, is nowhere to be found. Same attorney that, had made the statement for her with the death of the baby. So Lita had made it, she asked the court to give her a public defender because she is in economic hardship. And the court had originally denied the claim, saying, no, you're not going to get a public defender. You're on your own. And let me see if I hope I still have this up here. Hold on. I hope I still have this picture. Oh, where are you? Jesus. Really? No? I had the picture of the Audi that she had gotten. It's on my Instagram. She had gotten a brand new Audi recently, like, within the last month. That's a lot of face. Sorry, I'm like searching my stupid overlay thing. I'm just surprised I don't have it up here. I think I deleted everything because Paul had come up and I put all his texts up, which, anywho, she'd gotten the Audi with the license plate with her name. Brand new. I really want to show it. Here, let's see if I can pull it off my IG. There it is. Let me just clear out the license plate so you have to go strike happy because that's what she likes to do. So please tell me that hits. There you go. That's the new Audi she had just gotten with the personalized license plates. But now she's feigning poverty after she sold the rice cooker, her fleet of trucks, whatever else she was pawning off after the baby had passed away. Don't forget that Eric and Leida are taking flashy trips over to Wisconsin Dells, where he picks her up in the Corvette, and they dress to the nines. So, and they go away every weekend. That's before Eric had moved back in, mind you, because when the baby had first passed away, Leida was blaming Eric. Eric was blaming Leida, and she had gotten the restraining order against him, which the court allowed, and then she withdrew it. But now Eric is also facing, still to this time, domestic violence charges against her. And let's not forget about the puppy that she abused back in January that she originally had claimed insanity on. And now she had to change her plea because what I'm assuming is that the psych eval came in and they said, oh no, this bitch is cogent and she knows what she's doing. So she had to change her plea from and not use the guilty by insanity plea anymore with the dog abuse. You have Eric facing the DV charges, and I believe he also has. Wait, is it DV? Because he has the DUI that he still has to deal with too. It's just so much with Leida. Like, you need like a team of fucking wizards here to keep up with like all her shit. Oh, probably, but like it's I don't know who's like. I just don't understand how she could buy this new car and then say like she needs a public defender after the whole AB illing gay. Um, it's wild. So Lita's declaration, which you need to hear, is I declare that because of poverty, I am unable to pay for an attorney to represent me in this case. I petition the court for appointment of an attorney. And in the court findings, it states that she's unemployed and only has $400 in her checking account. Who's paying the Audi payment? I mean, isn't there some way for the court to find out she just bought a new Audi? Like, what is going on in Wisconsin? I'm not sure of that. I mean, I don't know. All I know is that she has a new car and she has personalized license plates on it. Not only did she get a new car, she got personalized fucking plates for it, like the hubris of this woman. And then she says, "Oh, I'm poor. I need a public defender." But you had all these hotshot attorneys, and like the attorney that Leida hired, let's not forget, has won several cases with infanticide, which I know, which is a word you don't ever get to use, but thanks to Leida, I get to use that $5 word. Multiple infanticide cases, like child R, like edapil fucking law. I'm trying not to say the words, but this attorney represented the most irrehensible people on earth, which he got them all off on. So, I mean, that's why I could never be a defense attorney. If I was, I would have to be a prosecutor if I was ever an attorney, because I don't know how this guy sleeps at night. But anyway, and I had said this a few weeks back that they had denied Leida's request for a public defender. But guess what happens? She gets away with it. She gets a public defender. I could find out in 1 second. The answer is yes. Star. But I just don't know how somebody with only $400 in their checking account can be able to afford a new Audi. Like maybe like 1995 teal Ford Escort. Even if it's a lease, she has to pay it. Especially in Wisconsin. Like I do not know what's going on in Wisconsin. Also, Leida did reaffirm that she was living with Eric again, which we said a couple of weeks back. Uh, he was not allowed to be living with her in her. Leida's also living in a development where it's like low income, like a nice development where people who aren't rich can actually live nicely. Um, so she shouldn't be there already. There's that. She said that her and Eric are together. We already reported that she went to Indonesia and dropped her son off right in the thick of like her baby passing away. Um, and there's still no charges or any. I don't even know if there's an investigation anymore, to be honest with you, about the death of her baby. Um, the baby passed away. I believe it was July 9th. And here we are, August, September, October, almost November 9th, and 4 months and nothing. Or maybe she bled the rich father out, because why is she begging for a public defender all of a sudden? And don't forget, she also still has the felonies for the bail jumping. That's still um that's still a thing. And I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, she was in court today. I didn't know if I should have went live, because pretty much everything that happened in court I've already said. But court's going to be re-adjourned till October 30th. That's when her next court date is. And that October 30th case is for the bail jumping and the animal mistreatment. Ooh, I have breaking news that I don't know if I could share with you. Hey, Wicked. Okay, I can't say it yet. I want to, but I can't. So as soon as I can, I'll tell you. I mean, it's just like talking about Lita is aggravating, honestly. because she gets away with literal murder. Hey, Brooke. She gets away with literal murder. She's gotten away with, I can't even keep up with the amount of felonies she has or she's gotten out of already. And it's just sad, to be honest with you. Like, she's gotten away with everything up into including literal murder. And allegedly. But there's nothing much to recap. Leida has court again on the 30th. She got a public defender when she doesn't need one. Wisconsin keeps dropping the ball when it comes to like putting this bitch behind bars. Like she's like the Al Capone of 90 Day Fiance. Like maybe they'll get her on tax evasion, which I'm sure she's not filing correctly anyways. How can you when you're fraudulently robbing every company you've ever worked for? This woman robbed every company she's worked for. And then she was robbing the clients. And then she was taking, she was filling up her truck with clients' gas cards. I think that's part of the new identity theft thing now. And she keeps getting away with it. And it's just, it's annoying. For someone who's had at least over 10 felonies now since they've been here. And why isn't she deported? Why isn't she still here? Why is she allowed to scare children and kill them? Allegedly. So, I mean, I should really do. Nah, I don't want to. I was gonna say I should really do like a live where I show everything from when this started to like now, but it's gonna get me more aggravated. She is. I think Sarcasm called him the Teflon Leader. Hold on, I'm talking to somebody. Well, there's something that's happened today. So remember the date, 10/20. And when I can talk about it, I'm going to reference this point in time and say I knew this then, but I can't say it yet. And she's still going on the weekends. I guess I know that Eric could not live with her in that apartment. So now that she's telling the court that her and Eric are back together, maybe they plan to move out or something like that, because I know that she wasn't on the lease there. And I mean, I just, what's the point? Just watch the lives again. And like, I don't know. I want to spend as little time on Leida as possible because she just keeps getting away with it. And it's just disgusting. And no one cares. There is an infant's death that has been unanswered for almost 4 months now. And no one cares. I know that we care. Me, I care. You guys in the chat care. But no one gives a shit. And don't forget that I recently told you guys that at her apartment where she's been getting tons of packages, like Amazon packages, so much like that it blocks the door, but she can't afford a public defender. And I know nobody's sending her like gifts unless it's Casey Anthony. I mean, she makes Casey Anthony look like Mother Teresa, to be honest with you. And the sad part is that she's probably going to get like some type of like assistance because of the baby or whatever. She's gonna, remember that letter she wrote the judge, and I reported back on this in July or August. She wrote the do I have it? Let me see if I posted on IG, because this letter is everything. Let me go back. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Oh Lord. All right, I'm gonna have to shut my camera off. This is a letter she wrote the judge. This was back in, what's the date? July 30th. Okay, and this is way before like the other identity theft charges, the new felonies came on. But let me shut my camera off because I don't like. I'm gonna have to make this big. And it's hard to read as it is. Hold on. Flip to the judge. My name is Leida, and I'm currently taken into custody per bail. And I can't read this whole thing because A, she has chicken scratch, and B, but she goes from one mother to another. Like she was saying, like she just lost her baby, and like, preying on the judge who's a female and a mother, like, from one mother to another. I can't, I can't do anything. Meanwhile, she's changing her Facebook profile, all this shit. And no one cares. No one cares. And it's exhausting to report on it. Because it's the same shit over and over again. She does something awful, she gets away with it. She does something awful, she gets away with it. Now, us taxpayers, like, I don't know how public defenders work, but I'm assuming it comes out of taxpayer money. Taxpayers have to pay now for a legal defense for Leida. How do you feel about that? That your taxes are going towards Leida's defense? Horrible. And now we have to pay for it. After she's pillaged and how many American companies, and and they all hire her. Like, Leida's smart, and everything Leida does is calculated. She gets into these companies where she's making, like, I don't know, like $10 an hour or some shit like that, like, as like an administrative assistant or whatever, and then she weasels her way to, like, into the QuickBooks, and she talks to clients, and she's gotten arrested how many times now? So, it's another adjournment. As for Eric, the other piece of shit, he's got the DUI charges that he still has to deal with, that he's pleading not guilty to, by the way. They caught him in the car with an open canister, but he'll get away with it too, I'm sure. And then he also has DV. Then there's Leida, who has the puppy abuse, the bail jumping, the identity theft, and these are all current charges. I'm not even going into all the charges that have already been dismissed because she had to hire a fucking shark as an attorney who defends baby killers. You got Eric with that and that, and then you had the both of them together, happy as a clam. Fuck the baby that just died that we killed. Who cares? We got away with it. I mean, Leida had said to Eric days after the baby had died, "Oh, let's try for the boy we always wanted." And there are still people talking to her online, which is something I don't want to get into, which is also disgusting. But I don't know. I think they have. I have absolutely no faith in the Wisconsin criminal law process. None. Maybe, maybe they're waiting until the dog stuff comes out. I mean, she had to change her plea, so maybe they're waiting on that. I mean, by claiming guilt by insanity, you're saying that you did abuse the dog, but you were crazy. And she's gonna like blame postpartum or being like a foreigner. Leida's got an excuse for everything, more excuses than I do. Um, but and what I know, and hopefully someday soon, I can tell you because I have been holding on. I've been sitting on stuff for since this happened. And that's why I've been so vigilant because what I know and what I heard and what I saw from can't say it, but I know that she did. I know she did that to that baby. I know it. I already knew she did it without seeing any evidence because she's a horrible fucking person. But seeing the evidence and talking, there's just no way. There's no way on earth that she didn't do that. I mean, she was quick to blame Eric on her Instagram stories as the baby was alive, but she said was dead. And I don't care if the baby was, on life support or any parent, I'm sure, would be clinging to the fact that the baby's still alive in some regard, because you never know what might happen tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, okay, they give you a bad prognosis, the baby's alive, but it's probably not gonna. But the baby's still alive. You know what I'm saying? The baby's still alive, so it gives you like a smidgen of hope. That and with science and everything today, like you don't know what they might be able to cure tomorrow or get going. But no, she already wrote it off. Oh, it's dead. Baby was alive for another week after she claimed it was dead. And then Eric, while he was in jail, asked if he can go visit the baby while still alive, and Leader denied it. And it's really aggravating. And like I don't have a kid and I never will. And I have cats and I will not compare the two. But I can say from a human point of view, if something happened to Cody and he was still alive, but maybe a vegetable or they didn't know, I would have a little bit of hope in me that, well, you know what, he's still alive and maybe tomorrow or the next day they'll be able to find something, and I wouldn't write him off as dead quite yet. But that's just me. And I have been, baby murders and all this is out of my purview as a reality TV blogger. You know what I mean? Like I'm not this is a little out of my wheelhouse. Um but I have to think that after almost 4 months with this baby, and like are the police watching her? Are they like the court's not. She gets a brand new Audi. I don't care if the Audi's leased, borrowed, rented, whatever. She's driving one, and it says her name's on the goddamn license plate. So, but she only has $400 to her name. But then she's also showing other income. How does the court not know this? And after reporting on Leida's crimes for how many years now? I mean, Leida, I don't even remember when she committed her first felony. It had to have been 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4. I honestly don't remember because there's been so many. I'm just losing hope and faith that she'll ever get charged with anything. And Eric, the Marine, don't give a fuck. I mean, remember the first live we did months ago when we were reading the DM that Eric had, where he was blaming Leida left and right, and she's a terrible fucking person, and this, that, and the other? Scroll down. Rewatch those old lives, because I don't want to get into them. And that's why, like, I know I said I'd come back to cover this, but, like, it's taxing. I think it's taxing on all of us, and, like, the fact that no one cares outside of this bubble that we have right here, 152, we care. All 152 people care right now. And maybe, there's a lot of bushwatchers because they're probably figuring, oh, maybe John will show his house. So there's that, because I'm not stupid. But no one cares. And I think what people get so triggered over these days in this country, think about, like, how easy it is to trigger fucking somebody in the state of our country now. And no one cares that this woman got away with a baby's death? Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. I gotta do something real quick. Okay, sorry about that. All right, back. I don't reach out to Tasha for what? For what? You think she's gonna go against her dad? Tasha knows what's going on. She's had every opportunity to come find me. If she wanted to clear her father's good name or her stepmother's good name, Tasha knows where to find me. She did 8 years ago, so she knows, and I haven't left anywhere. I don't even know if she's on social media anymore. I don't, but I can see Tasha going live with me and she's saying, like, oh yeah, they did that, they did this. I just don't see it. She has the invitation to come up here. I mean, I've said it before multiple times. Clearly, she knows I'm talking about her. I mean, the reason how Leida found out about her last 2 felonies was through me. Leida didn't even know about the last 2 felonies she got until I posted them. So when I tell you I'm on top of it, I'm on top of it. I don't think I could talk about my. I don't know. I just can't see Tasha getting involved. And if she wanted to, she would have reached out to me by now. I think I even spoke to Jan, which was Tasha's roommate, after Leida had kicked her out when their season was airing. Remember that season when Leida had kicked them out and she moved in with Jan? So I remember Jan coming around recently, but not Tasha. Good night, cousin Joe. And let's not forget that Eric was the one that signed off on Tasha's 404 when Leida got the restraining order against Tasha years ago, for 4 years. Eric signed off on it, so he don't give a fuck. And then they want to sit there on their fucking pedestal and judge everybody. And it's all very aggravating and frustrating. And that's why I don't even like talking about it anymore. I don't know how she could have gotten she, like, what I can't wrap my head around is that she petitioned the court for a public defender, and that was weeks ago, and they were like, no. And then the court was like, okay, you get one. So, I mean, I'm kind of going in circles now. That's pretty much like everything that she had court today on, we've already covered. Um, a little show. I'm about to wrap it up because I really don't have much else to say. I don't, and I can't really answer that many questions because what I do know, I can't share with you yet. um, but I think she's gonna skate away. What I don't understand is like when she went to Indonesia to drop off her son, why she came back. And Leida had to have known all the crimes she's committed, and it was just a matter of time until like she got a knock on the door. Why'd she come back? Because she knew she can keep getting away with it. I she dropped her son off because she knew something bad was going to happen. Otherwise, why would she fly to Indonesia and take a 3-day trip, drop him off, and fly back? Because it takes a day to fly there, and then a day there to drop him off and a day to fly back. Why drop him off if you had nothing to worry about? But then come back? Like, no, it doesn't make sense. And like something will come up in a week or two or maybe 3 or never where like the dots connect because I've done several lives already where like I didn't understand like how an A and B connected, and then like 2 weeks later it makes sense. So I don't know. I wouldn't have come back. She must really hate Indonesia, or maybe Indonesia doesn't want her. I don't know. So I heard from a couple people now that the baby Alyssa, her death investigation is still being looked at. And like Payne said, maybe they are building a case. I thought that, they were probably going to wait for like the puppy abuse case to like, but like, how long do you let murderers walk free? You're building a case. Like, all right, let's talk about this for a second. Let's say that they are building a case, prosecutors building a case against a murderer, right? So now said murderer has been walking the streets of Wisconsin for 4 months now. So you're letting someone, while you're building a case, walk around and give the threat to maybe murder someone else or kill another dog or whatever. Like, is that like, is that going to roll the dice? Is that gambling? Am I making sense? Like, okay, you're building a case. Like, say it was an adult. Say it was Cody, and Cody had done that, and he they're letting Cody walk around, giving Cody the options to flee the country, to kill again, to hurt another animal, to rob from another American company, to identity theft more people. Because that's what's happened. She's not in prison. She's not in jail. She's not locked up. So, and look, since it's come out, more identity theft charges have come out. So how does that work? Yeah, I get that pain, and I get that, and I want it to be airtight too. But in the process of like building that case, you're giving her free will to do whatever other shitty things to human beings in this country. And that's why it's just aggravating. And she's already threatening to sue me. Okay, whatever, fine, sue me with all the money that all the money you don't have that you have to beg the courts for money because you only have $4 in your account. And there's also that. I know she's not a citizen. Like, so what's up? And I'm trying to keep this professional. I really am. But I've lost faith in this. What is star? Remove, she may have a tracker on their car. And sir, that's fine. And I kind of hope that that's the case, to be honest with you. But to do that, the door's open for Leida to do crappy. What if she decides to, you know what? Eric's dead to me. I'm going to kill him. I mean, like, there'll be no love lost there, really. I mean, like, but say she wants to, like, dispose of Eric. Because, and the reason why, you want to know what? And again, I'm just speculating here, but it's the truth. The only reason why, and again, speculation on my part, but it's the truth. The only reason why she and Eric, she dropped the divorce was because spouses can't testify against each other. And there's no one on earth that can convince me otherwise. That the only reason why, because at first she got the RO, she wanted to put it all on Eric. When the baby died, she was doing that live Instagram story. Oh, Eric slapped me while holding baby, and now baby in hospital. Eric fault. And then Eric, who's in jail, saying, well, I had no access to the baby. The baby was fine when I left for jail, and Leida did it. Okay. And then she gets the divorce. She's putting an RO on him. And then, like, what? How long did that last? 2 weeks? Until she pulled the divorce. And then they started going back out with each other. And then Eric's picking her up in the Corvette that they were selling on Facebook Marketplace. And they're dressing up in furs and fucking suits. The only reason why that divorce was reneged was because spouses can't testify against each other. And I don't see it any other way. And everything that Leida does or says is calculated, premeditated, and thought 50 ways in advance. I mean, maybe one day when, like, we have, like, hours, I could do, like, a 6-hour live and and pull up everything, because it would take that long probably. Well, probably more. And pull up everything that's said and been done by the both of them since the baby had passed away. Sure. And I'm sure Eric's scared shitless of going to jail too. But only one person killed that baby. So I don't know. Yeah, but Star, she keeps getting away with it. See, we say, oh, she's stupid. She's not, but she keeps getting away with it. So I have to err on her side. I do. Because coming from Leida's angle, she's already gotten off 8 felonies. And let's not forget Japan, where another baby passed away. So she's got this confidence and hubris that she Teflon Leida. And if I were her and gotten away with all that shit, I might feel the same fucking way. But you know what it's there's what's also said to be said is that when you get greedy, you get caught. Bank robbers who need to like rob that last bank because they just need a little bit more, which because they because they need a little bit more, and then they get caught. And hopefully that happens, but I have no faith. Especially that the court granted her a public defender. So now our tax dollars have to pay for Leida. But everything is backwards in Wisconsin, Star. And not to I know there's good Wisconsin people. I speak to them. I know a few good Wisconsinites, Wisconsiners, whatever. But they keep dropping the ball here. And with Leida's luck, she will find the most cogent public defender who just wants to get her off because she's just misunderstood. It's just how it is with her. Sorry. Just I'm sitting half Indian style on my couch because this is the only clear shot of busyness here. Um, Star, from your lips to God's ears. Let's all hope for it. Exactly. But she just got a new Audi. But she has no money. She knows how to manipulate the system. So what's 15 minutes almost. I don't know. I really feel like she talks to Casey Anthony. And Casey Anthony is like, don't do this, do that. I feel like an unanswered death of an infant. Hey, Irish. 4 months. And you would think as parents, Leida and Eric, they'd be live saying, I need answers for my child. What am I? Why aren't, huh? Oh, and also the house that they have is still in Leida's name. The one that they were renting out to renters. So the house is still in their name, and they're getting. I don't know if the renters are still there, but for some point they were making rental income. The renters might still be there. I don't know, but there's that sort of income. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. No, and it's true because these are tiny little towns that they live in. But I didn't know it was fucking Mayberry. Andy Griffith would have solved this in Mayberry 8 weeks ago. I don't know. And I hate that this is what I have to go live and report to you on because it's just all negative. But it is what it is, I suppose. So we'll see. I mean, her and Eric both have like a bunch of cases coming up. No shit. If Barney Fife was on the case, it would have been solved already. And that's giving Barney Fife a lot of. We all do. It just. How many more jobs is Leida gonna get and rob from while she's walking around free and drops felonies? I mean, she's just connived and thieved and manipulated everyone, every business, everything since the second she ate that $5 foot long that was split into 18 pieces when she came here with her family from 90 Day Fiance. They were they denied her a public defender and then they gave it to her. And she's posting this stuff and she's still showing how good her life is. She has no shame. She's like walking, with both her pancake titties like this. Look at me, I'm Leida with the pancake titties. I kill everybody and everything. I rob companies and I get away with murder and everything else. And you can't get me. Sorry, I had to like. Sorry about the pancake titties. I just needed to laugh. I'm sorry. And this is like I'm sorry. I just needed to make it funny because like I want to go live like and entertain y'all. And this stuff is so fucking serious, and as it should be. Um, like I don't know, man. With those horrible eyebrows that she pencils in that she thinks is still like in fashion, like that was ever in fashion. I don't know. I mean, she gets arrested and then she gets her hair done for a fucking mugshot. Like, there needs to be a word worse than diabolical to like. It's she did years ago where she said she hated Jewish people. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I'm not a true crime reporter. Like I said, this is out of my wheelhouse. I like the light and airy side of the goddamn news. Um, I'm the Corky Sherwood of YouTube. I try to be at least, anyways. Let's see who gets the Corky Sherwood joke. But honestly, like it's all disgusting, and I really am losing faith. I don't even want to post about her or go live about her anymore because it's just the same shit. And I feel bad going live and saying, well, she got away with it again. We did nothing. But people can get so triggered nowadays about just minutia. Call somebody the wrong pronoun, you're going to get shot in the head, but kill a baby. Oh my, that's fine. You know what? Babies die. It's okay. It's insane. It really is. Give me 1 minute. Tagline, it's not true if they can prove to be passively with them. Star, I know that we're on the same page, but I think we're on different levels of the same page. I agree with what you're saying. I do. Like I agree with everything you're saying, Star. I do. My thing is that I'm just losing faith and quickly. I mean, I've been losing faith for a while now on that. But I have to go on what I know and what I've seen. And what I've been in court against Leida twice. So I know how she acts in court. Like I have a very good purview into her, and I've spoken to people. I know things. I'll just say that. Sources. I've spoken to sources. Very, very close to the scene. Very close. And I know a lot. And I'm tired of it. I would think that everybody else should be too, to be honest with you. Because there's only so many times we could see, oh, Leida got away with it again. Leida got away with it again. Leida got away with it again. And I was in court against her twice. Or was it 3 times? Like when she got the RO on me because I was calling her out then. She was in court crying. I talk like this. I just immigrant who don't share life. Like that's how she was talking, sobbing in court against me. I just come here, a different country, and this man attacked me for no reason. I know how she does. I know what she's capable of. And then the lawsuit that she tried to put against me, Cheryl, and Perry. She pulled more of it, but that got thrown out because she's an idiot. And I agree with you, Star. My point is that she is still walking free, who had multiple felony charges that were dismissed, multiple felony charges that are still standing, and pending murder charges that are on the way. That's my point. My point is that she's still walking free, able to rob, marry, kill, screw, fuck, anything. That's my point. And that's exactly that. She knows what she's doing. Just like she wrote that letter to the judge from one mother to another. Just like she's now petitioning the court for legal public defender that the court denied, but oh no, I only have $400. See, after she moves money around. That's it. I hope that she gets her day in court. I think we all do. I pray for it. Her dad's bailed her out before, yeah. Japan. Big Papa Leida was making it rain to cover up all her crimes there. Allegedly. Grieving. When was she grieving? She never grieved. Ugh, I don't. You know what? She might do a members live. I haven't done one in a hot minute. Oh wait, what is this now? Oh no. Oh wait. Oh wait. I'm not gonna end this yet. Jesus Christ. Hold on. I gotta put these on the overlay. Uh, you know what gets me most annoyed is that we all know what really went on, and she knows what really went on, and she knows that we know what really went on, and she don't give a fuck and flaunts it. Is what the problem is. Hold on, I gotta add myself too. Hold on. Okay. September 27th. Look at her. Your baby just died. You're facing all these felonies. This is the time you have in your hands. Look at her. Like Joan of fucking Arc. Nope, not kidding. And then but this is what she's concentrating on. Not bereft with grief. Big grief. Not bereft with grief because she the baby died. No, she's a warrior. And this is what she spent her time on. And let's not forget the fucking shoes. Let's not forget that she, brought her shoe line back. Does the court know about that? How she's peddling them $200 sandals again that nobody wants to buy? So all of it's disgusting. I'm going to do something. Hold on. Give me 1 second. It's my own live. Huh? Shoot, how do you give... I haven't done this in so long. I wanted to gift memberships to people, but I think I have to do it from, my computer. And then I'll do a members live after this, and then we can really get candid. Because, there's only so much I could say here. I do all this shit. Ooh, Dorit got one. Julie got one. Sylvia, Inquiring Minds. Oh, and Clark is in here watching me. Hello, Clark. Let's see. Star, Mona, Nikita, and Brooke. All right. And there's Georgie. Georgie. George. So I'll do a members live. Give me a few minutes. I'll do it on the low level. That way, all the membership ones that just went through, you can watch. And then we'll just be a little bit more candid. So that's all I have on this one. Georgie. Say hi to everybody. Oh. Georgie's not a big camera hog. He don't like it. He hates it. The wands are opposite the rope bridge. Georgie's huge. He's a big boy. But let me end this. And he's still a fucker. That will never change. Let me end this. I'll do a members. I haven't done one in quite a while. So yeah, let's do that. And then I'll see you guys all in a few minutes on members. Let me set it up and then that's it. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks for being here.